I want this so bad, to feel wanted and to have someone look at me the way he's doing it right now. It's making me really hard. Wait. So today we are going to be playing the demo for an upcoming romance visual novel called Affictionate. Y'all know that I am terrible at describing games, so I am not going to subject you to my rambling. I'm going to read what Steam says because clearly they know what they're doing. And it says, after a year of bad dates, failed job applications, and dating apps that seem to attract only the worst kind of men, you've nearly given up on finding the love story you've always written about. One drunken night, you decide to write the man of your dreams into your notebook, every detail of him crafted to your desires. The next day, he becomes a reality. As you fall for the impossibly perfect stranger who seems to have stepped straight off your pages, the line between the love you write and who you are begin to blur. You'll wonder if fate has finally answered your prayers or if you can truly trust the man of your dreams when fiction becomes your reality. Affictionate is a slice-of-life romance visual novel about identity, friendship, and the dangerous gap between fantasy and reality. Set against a contemporary backdrop of late-night bars, motorcycle rides, and quiet apartments, the story follows a chronically single writer rediscovering themselves one choice at a time. Now, if this doesn't sound like the most relatable romance game ever, like bad dates, failed job applications, and dating apps. Oh my God, if you have ever been on a dating app, you know that is where trash lives. I keep seeing these success stories where people are like, oh, I met my husband on an app. I'm like, where? How? Because I'm not seeing it. And it's sad to say, but the fictional boys have one up on the real one sometimes. Oh my gosh. So I'm definitely intrigued by this premise because wouldn't we all love for our fictional fave to just leap off the pages and into our lives? Because I know I would. I'm looking for a dark-haired Magane, post-haste, who loves and adores me and cooks and wears a delicious vest. That's what I'm looking for. So if one of those could just like saunter my way, we'd be good. Let's dive into Affictionate. All right, let's go. Okay, before we get started, let's get to know each other a bit. Okay. What's my preferred gender? Male, female, non-binary. Love the options. I am a lady, so female. Great, the story will now refer to you as she, her. Okay, I like that the pronouns are tied to what you choose, but I wonder if you choose non-binary, do they give you the option to customize them? What is my name? Okay. All right, so our name is gonna be Delulu because it's fitting. It's a pleasure to meet you, Delulu. This is your story. Aw, I love that. Now I'm expecting like the Law & Order SVU, like dun dun. These are their stories. Doo doo. Oh my God. Did they actually get a plushie of their character made? Because I believe in that. A sharp buzz of my phone notification cuts through my sleep, dragging me back to the surface. Late afternoon lights shine through a gap in my blackout curtains. Listen. Maybe I'll be blessed with blackout curtains in our bedroom. Napping in the middle of the day, when did I become this messy? You know, I did that when I became unemployed because I be putting in applications, but sometimes you just need a nap, you know, to rest. I scrambled to find my phone amidst the clutter of empty takeout containers, tangled cables, and cans on the bedside table. When I manage to grab it and hold it up to my face, the name Hannah greets me in bright letters on the screen. I hesitate, nearly swiping my thumb towards the red button to hang up. I've been avoiding most of my friends for a while now, but that's not really fair to any of them. Hannah and I have been best friends since we were kids. She doesn't deserve the silent treatment because I'm embarrassed about my life. Valid? But also relatable as hell. It's really hard to socialize with friends and have fun when your life ain't right. Like, friends be want to hang out and do stuff and you're just like, I have so many other things that I'm worried about right now. I can't even be a fun person for any of this. So I totally get it. This MC is already really relatable. Maybe I am Delulu. We are all Delulu. With a deep breath, I tap the green button and accept the call. Hey, stranger. I feel like I haven't heard from you in forever. I know. I've kind of been in a hole, sorry. Don't worry about it. I figured you were buried in a new job or something. You laugh awkwardly, it's crazy. Or something. Oof. Any bites at all? I hate this question. If I found a job, everybody would know. Stop asking me. Oh my God, why is this heroine so relatable? Because I hate it here. Honestly, not really. I've sent out so many applications, I've lost count. Why am I in this game? I'm gonna sue the developers now for using my likeness without my permission. They'll be hearing from my imaginary lawyers soon. I can literally see the not viewed status next to half of them. Or God forbid, thank you so much for taking the time to apply for X position at X company. We were very impressed by your credentials and your resume. However, we've decided to move in a different direction and we will not be considering your application moving forward. Like, can quote that bitch word for word. Oh my God, this is triggering. That's the worst. No, the worst is getting 5 rejection emails in a row on a Friday. That is the new low. Have you tried calling the places? Like, just to remind them you exist? That doesn't help. I used to. Everyone just told me to be patient. That part. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're still reviewing applicants. Please be patient as we go through the large volume of applicants. And I'm like, it's been 2 weeks. Can you just tell me you don't want me so I can move on with my life? Thanks. A manager will get to it eventually. Spoiler, they did not. Ugh, that's so frustrating, right? It's been a real energy drain. Oh my God, like I am literally in this game and I hate it. As you all know, I was laid off from my job back in October. I am still unemployed, which is why if you see the Ko-Fi link in the chat, consider sharing it with your friends or dropping a little bit of coin in there because it's hard out here in these streets. Oh my God, we 5 seconds into this game and I'm just like, this is hitting a little too close to home. Wait, what about rent? Are you doing okay? Okay guys, we're not finishing this game, I'm done. Okay, we're done. We're not playing any more of this, I can't. Are you serious right now? Please stop. I hate it. I hate it so much. Where is my hot fictional man? Because I can't. I literally can't right now. Yeah, my parents are covering me while I figure it out. Damn, must be nice. Okay, that's a relief. I was honestly about to ask if you needed anything. I am very grateful that I have a wonderful friend group who have been very supportive and very just like checking on me throughout this entire phase of my life. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a wonderful support system because real talk, energy drain is an understatement. It is downright discouraging to constantly put yourself out there and be rejected or not hear back and just constantly just be like, what am I going to do? So shout out to the homies for keeping me sane and for you guys for being here. Okay, somebody did their homework or they have lived in experience because this is hitting very close to home and I love to hate it. You know I'd help out, right? Even if it's just groceries. Like, guys, it's gonna make me cry. Like, right there. I know, thank you, Hannah, always. Anyway, putting the job thing aside for a sec, it's never aside, it's always in the back of my head, thanks. How's living on your own treating you? I glance around my little apartment and wince, as if Hannah were able to see it over the phone. You mean the piles of smut that I have piled up on every flat surface? These socks that I be kicking off randomly in different places? Yeah, living large. Living large in my 1 bedroom. When can we escape reality and bury ourselves in a man's ample cleavage? Exactly. Like, when is that happening? She had come over with housewarming gifts when I first moved in. Everything was neat and tidy at the time. What would she think if she could see it now? I'm not a messy person, but I'm also not a neat person either. I tend to move things with me You can tell where my little Omega nest is by where all of my smut is located and my game systems and my controllers. Piles of laundry everywhere. My bookshelves cluttered with manga, old textbooks, and knickknacks. I'm seriously gonna sue the devs. Like, for real, why am I in this game? I'm suing you. Like, expect a letter from my fictional lawyer tomorrow because it's being drafted as we speak. Are you kidding me right now? My desk is a collection of worn notebooks, scattered papers, sporting my scrawled writings. Right. Leave our rooms out of this, okay? And several jars of pencils, pens, and a fancy writing quill that I never use, but somehow has become scraggly and sad. Aw. I try not to look up through the doorway to my kitchen, where the dishes are piled visibly high in the sink. Okay, y'all are done. Games, you're done. Stop. I force another smile and crack out a joking response. Could be worse. Beats a dorm room. That part. I feel like we're all being called out by this game right now. We could have a class action lawsuit on our hands, guys. We are owed compensation for this. I guess anything would feel spacious after living like that for so long. Did you have like 5 roommates at once? Okay, that was never me. I had maybe 1, 2 at most, but never 5. Just for 1 semester, but it was the longest of my life. I can only imagine. I don't know how you got through that. Only by hiding in a corner of the campus library with my manga as often as I could. Fictional characters were so much easier to spend time with than my roommates. Valid. I had a lot of studying to do, so I just focused on that. Not that it's doing me much good right now. Yeah. Imagine paying tens of thousands of dollars for an education, only to graduate and not be able to get a job in your field. Crazy work. It feels like it's been so long since I graduated and my life has gone nowhere. Why you gotta hit so hard like that? Like, damn, did you kiss the brick? Like, did you really kiss the brick before you threw it at me? Because I don't think you did. Even if it feels that way, I'm sure that's not true. Yeah, it's very easy to say. Sucks when you're experiencing it. You're just in a transition phase, that's all. I had somebody say that I was in my valley moment, and I was like, I'm not denying that, but this is a deep ass valley. Like, it's very deep, and I'd like it to stop. My parents have been saying the same thing to me for over a year. This is exactly why I've been avoiding everyone. It's hard to hear the pity in their voices. Makes me feel like even more of a failure. I can't bring myself to respond to her, and the longer the pause stretches, the more awful I feel. Maybe you just need a night out with friends. A couple of us are heading out for dinner later, if you'd like to join us. That's actually why I called. We've all missed you. A night without having to think about my situation might be nice. It is, I will agree. Going out and hanging out with your friends is always a good way to get your mind off of life sucking. I 10 out of 10 recommend doing it. This train wreck of an apartment has been my sanctuary away from the outside world. When I sit down at my desk with my laptop or notebooks, I can lose myself in my writing without having to step foot out of my door. That's been the one upside to all of this. At least I can write as much as I want now, with no homework, no group projects, and no roommates asking why I'm still up at 3 a.m. Yeah, I need them to stop being so loud, right? Like, I get it. It sucks, but it's very realistic. I will give them credit where credit is due here. They are perfectly capturing what it feels like to be in this in-between space where you're trying to figure everything out and you feel like you're failing at life because everyone else is functioning and doing things and you're just stuck in this place. And no matter what you do, you can't seem to dig your way out of this hole. And it's really discouraging and it's frustrating. But then you also know that you need to go out and talk to people and hang out. But it's hard to do that because you still have these problems in the back seat, just kind of watching you do these things. So I have to give props where props are due because this is relatable as hell. A lot of people are going through hardships right now, and feeling seen by a heroine like this or a protagonist like this is something that, you know, it makes you feel a little less alone in your struggle, if I'm being objective. Anyway, writing has always been my escape hatch. Awards in school, a couple of competition placements, just enough validation to make me think I could do it forever. But I ended up choosing the responsible path instead, a real career with a real plan, and look how well that turned out. Every day that I look at my psych degree, I'm just like, I just sigh because this is like, I could have done anything else. These days, the only thing I'm building is fictional worlds where I actually have my shit together. But I also haven't seen any of my friends in far too long. The longer I avoid them, the harder it will be to see them again in the future. What am I even afraid of? None of my friends are going to judge me. That might be nice, actually. Honestly, it'd probably do me good to get out and get some fresh air. Where are you guys going? It's this cute little gastropub that opened about a month ago. Okay. It's family owned and is just dripping with atmosphere. Okay. Sounds legit. I did go to this bar a few months ago, but neither here nor there. Oh, they sent the GPS. Oh, I wish you could click it. Got it. Thanks. See you there at 5. We say our goodbyes and end the call. I'm left sitting on my sofa and staring blearily around me. From across the room, I see my reflection in the wall mirror that came with the place. I look perfectly at home in the mess around me. My hair is falling out of the loose knot I tied it up in this morning. My eyes look heavy and bored. And the pajamas I've been in all day are stained with both coffee and ketchup from the last 2 meals. I feel sickened at the thought of any of my friends walking through the door and seeing me like this. I get up from the sofa and head to the bathroom to make myself presentable, which is always a task. Getting ready takes longer than it should because every step feels like I'm gearing up for battle. Yeah. Social interactions are a battlefield. You have to navigate being outside and talking to people, an introvert's worst nightmare. I understand. I get you, sis. By the time I'm out the door, I almost feel like a functioning human being. Almost. Not quite, though. Almost. Getting here took a bit longer than I expected, but the rustic charm wins me over fast. Okay, this place looks nice. It's the kind of place where you can take your family but still order margaritas, which I was told are a must-have. The atmosphere blends nostalgic familiarity with a modern edge. Okay. The perfect example of this was the wall of exposed brick and hanging greenery in the waiting area. The faux vintage display came with a remote to adjust the lighting for the perfect social media photos. Once we were all there, it was the perfect icebreaker to gather in close and snap a picture. We were going to have fun tonight, no matter what troubles we brought with us. Despite that, I still dreaded conversations with any of them. I knew at some point they'd realize that I didn't have anything meaningful to talk about like they did. I'm suing the devs, truly. Like, you're kidding me. Please stop. 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 I'm already down, okay? You can stop kicking now. At least that's what I thought until Hannah started talking about deja vu and multiverses. Hannah can be a bit ditzy sometimes, but her uplifting energy really is captivating. Oh my god, this is Hannah? Wait a minute. Oh my god. Hannah is so cute. And a redhead. Y'all know I love a redhead. Okay, listen. I'm serious. Deja vu could literally just be different timelines intersecting for like a few seconds. I also agree. I do think deja vu is different timelines intersecting for a second. Because what else would explain deja vu? I saw a guy explaining it on TikTok. That's why it's so freaky and no one can explain it. Oh, I'm sorry, Jordan? Jordan? Who the hell is this? Because damn, that is a tree that I would love to climb. Are you kidding me? I fear we're done for, guys. Like, my depression has been lifted. All is right with the world. Hot characters are finally on screen. Rejoice, chat. Rejoice. We are saved. Okay. Do you realize how impossible it would be for a new universe to spring into existence based on the choices of every person on the planet? Listen here, stop. That's way too many. Okay, Mark. Hi, Mark. Isn't that why they say there'd be infinite timelines, just like a crazy forever amount? Okay. Mark is given next door neighbor, boy next door, childhood friend vibes, like, but also fuckable. They're all given fuckable. Smash, marry, murder, or smash, marry, kiss. for the characters on screen. Let me hear what your rankings are in the chat because I want to know. But my real answer is smash them all. We could have a quad? What do you call snoo with 4 people? Because I know a threesome is with 3 people and a couple is 2. Would it be a quadsome? Is there a word for that? Or is that just an orgy at that point? Once you're over 3, it's an orgy? I don't know. Somebody do the math on that for me. Moving on. All right. Isn't that why they say there be infinite timelines, just like a crazy forever amount? Okay. I think it's an orgy if it's over 3. Okay. That makes sense. That's why it's such a phenomenal idea, though. It literally blows your mind if you think about it for too long. I think that's the point. If you put on your sandals instead of your sneakers, that means another version of you who did choose the sneakers is out there somewhere. I've never really thought about it much, but true. Huh. So there's a version of me out there that's like an engineer. Crazy. If there were more than one universe, I doubt random people's choices would decide when a whole timeline gets created. It seems more likely that each timeline would be made up of entirely different people. I don't think our choices matter in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, Jordan doesn't play Otome games because every choice is important in an Otome game, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise because they're lying. We're shaped by the choices we make. If you'd taken a different path in life, who's to say you'd still be the same you? That part. Otherwise, it's like every person on Earth is playing God every day without even knowing it, just by making choices you aren't even thinking about. That's what I mean. The weight of every choice is so far beyond anything we can comprehend, just like the number of timelines or universes that might be out there. This is why you're a social media manager and not an educator, selling grand concepts based on emotion instead of facts. Ooh. Is that shade? You teach high school band, Jordan. Get off your high horse. Oh, I'm sorry. Jordan's a musician? Hi. Hello. There are a lot of facts that go into managing social media for a major corporation. I'll tell you that much. It's much more involved than you think. So is high school band. As someone who is formerly in a high school band, I agree. Getting all the sections to play in unison, very difficult. Hey, you haven't chimed in on this whole discussion. You have any theories on déjà vu? Yeah, do you think there's another version of you out there who believes Hannah's theory? Oh, shut up. It's not my theory. I'm just repeating what I heard. But yeah, what do you think? I've never really thought about it. It does seem really far-fetched, but it's a neat concept. Maybe there's a version of me out there who found a good job right out of college. There, I did it. I mentioned it before anyone else could. I knew it was going to happen at some point. So while listening to them all talk, I decided to be the one to bring it up in my own time. Okay. While they were talking, I was already on my second margarita, which kind of helped me gather some courage. I would like a margarita right now. I should not be playing this sober. Wait, you have a job, don't you? I thought you were all lined up with some company before you graduated. I thought so too. They told me I had a promising future and that I should come in for an interview once I was done with school. I've heard that line before. Jordan, you're such a pessimist. I mean, realist? I just keep things real, and that's not the same thing. I like Jordan. I like Jordan a lot. You're a stick in the mud either way. Are you this drab around all your bright-eyed high school students? They are not bright-eyed. In fact, they are gremlins. Most of them have bad attitudes and misery complexes. I'm the teacher who gets them and listens to what they have to say. Right, like, have any of you stepped foot in a high school recently? No? Shh. I can see how you're doing well in that job. I wish I could find a career as fulfilling as that. When I went in to interview for my dream job, oh God, the alcohol that gave me liquid courage earlier is really not helping me keep from dragging the mood down. It came down to me and one other applicant. A few weeks later, they emailed me to say they went with the other guy. The way that I was literally in the same situation, and I hate it. I'm suing. I am suing the doves. Like, I'm drafting the missive now. I am suing. Like, you're kidding me. That's so awful. It sounds like they led you on and then backstabbed you as soon as they could. Months of interviews. Months, weeks. Sounds like my ex-boyfriend. Same. I told you not to date the e-boy. Listen, yeah, Jordan, that was a fail on your part. But he had the cutest piercings and the sluttiest little waist. Okay, listen. That's between you and your preferences, Jordan, but like, I could have told you that was doomed. Can you two get a grip already? Our friend is in a crisis here. I'm really sorry that happened, but that's kind of what you need to expect from big companies. Shut up, Mark. I wasn't interested in that kind of job myself, but I hear that the competition can be ruthless. Didn't you have a second and third job option lined up just in case? And it would be at this point that I would have my third margarita, down it quickly, and then go home. Because I have been outside long enough. Thank you for playing. Thank you for asking all of your questions. I will not be taking any more questions. I am now going to retire for my mental health. Thank you. That's enough. I did, but both of them fell through. Right, take everyone's absent entrees with you. Yeah, I'm taking the food too. Like, thanks for the free food, guys. So lower your standards. I had like a wave of murderous intent just now towards Mark. Like, I had to stop myself for a second because I was getting mad. I was like, I'm sorry, what did you just say to me? Lower your standards? What the fuck do you think I've been doing? Oh. I've tried. I've applied to tons of jobs lower on the food chain. I don't have a problem working somewhere I'm overqualified for, but I can't even land an interview at a convenience store. It's been like this all year. I think my standards have hit rock bottom. I would like to get off this ride now because I don't like it. It's not a fun ride. This is not a fun ride. I don't like it. I am not having fun. Everything is not daijoubu. Like, I hate it. Are you kidding me right now? Just like Jordan's. Hey now, you take that back. Peter is the greatest person I've ever dated. He really is the love of my life. I meant the e-boy before Peter. Well, okay then. Yeah, if anyone lowered their dating standards and found true happiness, it's you. Isn't that right, Hannah? My lovely queen. Okay. Oh, Mark, don't sell yourself so short. You always meet most of my standards anyway. Are they dating? So none of y'all are available. Jesus. All you had to do was get a decent haircut to win me over. In the end, I love that they're together, but their happiness is not what I want right now. I would like to leave now. I feel a sudden drop in my chest, like all the air has been sucked out of my lungs. My eyes dart in disbelief to Hannah and Mark as they clasp hands on the tabletop. They look at each other sweetly, and as they do, the situation I find myself in finally dawns on me, crushing any of my remaining optimism. Wait, Jordan has a new boyfriend, and Hannah and Mark, you two are... I wore her down, just like I said I would in school. That's such a terrible thing to say. You proved yourself, and I wanted you. End of story. The gloominess I'd been fighting all day evaporates, and in its place, an alcohol-fueled frustration floods every corner of my being. Please, can we leave now? This is painful. Like, not only are we stagnant right now in our life, but everybody else is together and happy in their careers? I hate that for us. I really do. And this is what I mean. Like, it's hard to go out sometimes because you're hearing everybody talking about how great their lives are going, and you're just kind of like, I just got 2 rejection emails today. Like, yeah, like I still haven't found a job. Thanks for asking. It is good. And that's a testament to the writing because they perfectly captured what it feels like to be close to rock bottom and the desperation that this would push a person to craft their own fictional lover and have them come to life. Like, I'm trying to manifest a job and a hottie. Do I need to start like drawing pictures and writing in a notebook? Because I will start manifesting literally with a notebook if I have to. Right, it's that frustrating feeling of wanting to be happy for them, but at the same time, it can hurt to hear, right. Along with the sadness, my dignity leaves me as well. I pick up the margarita I left on the table, and in one long swig, I down it all. I almost choke, coughing over the powerful sting of the alcohol in my throat. It's that tequila, it. I see my friend staring at me with astonishment through my watery eyes. Hannah quickly flaps a napkin in front of my face, which I take and press to my eyes. I know I'm going to regret this in the morning, but the thought doesn't cross me at that time. After which, Jordan immediately shoves a slice of the free herb bread into my hand, telling me it will help. Aww. I tear into it angrily with my teeth, swallowing a hard chunk I hadn't chewed well enough, and fall into another sort of choking fit. Are you serious? You're telling me that you two are now dating, and Jordan managed to find someone willing to swallow his sour mood all the time? Come on, that's mean. What's the big deal? So what if we did? That never stopped my boyfriends from coming back for seconds, you know, okay. I love Jordan. Jordan is that bitch, like for real, for real. A slight buzzing starts in my ears and the world fuzzes before my eyes for a second. My friends' reactions only make me feel even more miserable about the state I let myself get. At this moment, I don't care about hiding anything. I don't care about how I look or sound. I'm like a train wreck and all I can do is just let myself go. I can't find a job. I live off my parents' money all year. I've been rejected from every damn place I've applied. And the cherry on top is being the only single one in our friend group. Why did these words sound so real coming out of my mouth just now? I hate it here. At least I'm not the only single person in my friend group. Silver linings, I suppose. Not before Mark. Oh, nice. I thought you'd go after Jordan again. It's nice to be included. Shut up. It is a very valid crash out. I know I'll feel like a horrible friend tomorrow, but right now, all I can think about is how I'm falling apart in front of everyone, and I can't keep the pieces together. You know what the worst part is? In every story I've written, at least the main character has someone. Even the ones in apocalypses. But I don't even have anyone to starve with. Oh my god. Like, I hate it here. Truly. Honey, listen. I know you're going through a rough patch right now, but stop! Please, shut up! Haven't you dumped like a lot of guys in the last few years? She's right. Maybe if you settled like her and Mark, you would be starving with someone right now. Right. The writers are literally just twisting the knife further in. Like, damn, the hilt is already in my body. Please stop. Yeah. Wait, excuse me? That's not what I meant, babe. I swear. It's not my fault that I had such bad luck with men. I don't think that's it, honey. What? You know, you dumped a few of them for some pretty dumb, petty reasons. Okay, and what were these petty reasons? Didn't you say that one of the guys you dated chewed too loudly? That is a legitimate concern, okay? That is a legitimate problem. If I have to spend the rest of my life listening to you chew, hell no. I'm gonna strangle you myself. In fact, I might poison the food for some peace and quiet. You're kidding me. Shut up, Mark. It was like sitting next to a chainsaw. Thank you. Oh my god. And the other guy annoyed you because he used finger guns every time he agreed with something. Oh my god. Yes, it's childish as fuck. It's cute the first time, but every subsequent time, annoying as fuck. Like, no. What are you, a frat bro? Like, bro, homies. Like, guys, you're tripping. There was also the one guy who liked his food super bland. I cannot be with a person who doesn't know what seasoning is. Oh my god. I once had somebody tell me that pepper was too spicy. What? What? What do you mean? What? Oh my god. These are legitimate concerns. Are you kidding me? Her friends are judgy bitches. Listen, the more they point out the reasons my past relationships didn't work out, the harder the truth becomes to deny. Oh, don't forget the one who vaped. Okay, I don't want that in my space, okay? It's a habit, okay? I don't like it. And the dude who tried to convince you that birds weren't real. Okay, that's a Looney Tune right there. Wait, what? Actually, yeah, dodged a bullet with that one. This coming from the girl who believes in multiverses. I didn't say I believed in them, I just thought it was a cool theory. Birds not being real is a pretty cool theory too. It's not, Mark. You guys don't get it. I want someone who's a hopeless romantic. Someone whose love can be felt in all their actions, from big gestures and love languages to the small things in day-to-day life. Why is romance dead? Can't a man just eat delicately, cook something zesty, or God forbid, at least smoke like a king instead of vaping? Not smoke like a king. There's a short, awkward pause after I fall into a pout and sip at the last remaining drops of my margarita. Barkeep, another! There is not enough alcohol on this table. In fact, bring me a pitcher and a straw. I'm probably being unreasonable right now, but with all the frustration, I just need a way to let off some steam. Right, just bring me the bottle. This is one of the perks of being in a group of friends for over a decade. I know they won't take this to heart, but they'll still give me the truth, as bitter as it might taste. Listen, Delulu, we all know how hard it is being single. Sometimes it's no big deal, and other times it hurts like hell being alone. But maybe if you keep an open mind, you'll be able to find someone who will care for you as much as you do for them. I know he's trying to be a comfort to me, but I'm not in the mood. The cork on my self-pity has popped right off, and there was no putting the toothpaste back in the tube. I frown at Jordan and defiantly tried to take another sip of my now empty drink. Hannah chimes in. Have you thought about calling up any of your exes that you might— I'm sorry, what? What nonsense is this? Foolishness. Call up my ex? That is the worst advice I have heard all day. Are you kidding me? No, I am never and will never be that desperate. I don't know, be able to tolerate, since you're that desperate anyway. Okay, have never and will never be that desperate. She is lacking romance, Hannah, remember? Ugh, it's so overrated in the long term, Delulu. Okay, I don't think Hannah and Mark are happy in their relationship, because they don't sound like they happy in their relationship, because why would Hannah fix her mouth to say, it's so overrated to have true love in a long-term relationship, girl? Shut up. Your man is right there. It's nice sometimes, but too much of it makes it less special. That's why Mark and I are doing so well, because you neglect each other? Love that for you, but not for me, homie. Wow, thanks, babe. Right, like I would not still be standing there. Anytime. Hate it. Ah, see how adorable you two are together? It's not fair. Where did I go wrong? We've been trying to tell you, but you're not really listening at this point. Somewhere in my mind, I hear and believe Jordan, but right now it's much easier to drown out the truth in self-pity. I'm starting to feel the sharp edges of my frustration soothe away into a dull ache in my head and chest. My friends are still trying to comfort me, even pitching guys they know, but after all that, the alcohol is really starting to creep up on me. I stand up from the table too quickly and the floor seems to tilt beneath me. I clutch the corner of the table for balance as my words come out more slurred than I expected. I'm going home now. Ah, geez, I knew you downed those margaritas way too fast. Can you even get home by yourself? My heart sinks even lower. When I ordered the drinks, I thought I'd be staying at the restaurant long enough to wear it off. Now here I was, drunk, annoyed, and at the mercy of my friends. I surrender and shake my head pitifully. It's probably not a good idea. Don't worry about it, I'll give you a lift. Mark and I came here together, so we can just stop by your place. And then he can take me home. Sure can. Come on, let's go. I'm sorry that things are rough right now, Delulu. But it was still nice seeing you after so long. Thanks, Jordan. If things get any worse, you can count on us to be there for you. Thanks, friend. Good seeing you too. Tell Peter I said hi. I will. Goodbye. Bye. This is the longest night of my life, and I didn't even experience it. As I ride in the passenger seat of their car, face pressed against the cool glass of the window, I reflect on where I went wrong. Isn't it better to cut your losses early than suffer through a relationship that won't make you happy in the long run? I agree, yes. Should I really lower my standards or just accept being single anyway? That's a tough question, to be honest. It depends on what your standards are. I think there are some concessions that a person can make in a relationship, but I also feel like you shouldn't have to either. So it really is a personal thing. I don't think we're doing anything wrong, honestly. I'm not hideous enough to scare men away, and not hot enough to intimidate them either. Being average looking was never the issue. I've always been the type to set a goal and go after it. Well, until recently. My imagination is my greatest pride, and if anyone took the time to read my writing these days, they'd see that. I shift in my seat as the foggiest wisp of an idea tries to form in my head. I haven't let anyone see my writing in so long. It mostly consists of spicy romance tales or complex fantasy world building. I've been writing just for myself. I can't decide if that's a personal victory or another failure. Victory, always. I make Hannah drop me off in front of the building. She wanted to walk me to my door, but even as drunk as I am, I wasn't going to let her see the state of my place. Is our place cleaner? Now that I'm back in my own space, I just want to get out of these clothes and into something soft and comforting. I'm sorry, our room is clean, right? I noticed that too. Hold on. Somebody broke into her house and cleaned it. If somebody wants to break into my house and clean it, I'm not calling the cops. I am giving them a medal. They can stay, actually. I leave a trail of shed clothing to the bathroom where I wash up in the sink. As I dry my face, I pause and stare into my own eyes in the mirror for a long time. It's uncomfortable. I don't even know why I'm doing it, searching for something maybe. Like the answer to all my problems are somehow hidden away inside myself. Maybe if I just look deep enough, I'll find them. I break from my own tired gaze, drop the damp towel on the counter, and leave the bathroom. Okay, I never put a wet towel on the floor. That's just, I can't do that. Hang your towels up, people. They get moldy and gross. I'd folded everything when I put them in there, but after picking through it for clothes all week, everything was a disheveled mess. I extract a set of cotton pajamas and slip into them. They might be a little wrinkled, but they're still soft and smell fresh. As I stand back up to button the shirt in front, I catch my reflection in my dresser mirror. Even with a scowl engraved on my face, pajamas like these made everyone look cute. I do look cute, adorable even. If I had a boyfriend right now, I'd send him a selfie. Or if he was living with me, I'd cuddle up next to him, or I groan loudly and fling myself onto my bed, squeezing a pillow to my chest and curling around it. Even cuddling in real life hadn't been as romantic as it was in books. Curling up with a book or a dating sim on my phone was way more comfortable. I don't know about the dating sim part, but the book, yes. Was there anything that was as good in real life as in my digital and paper fantasies? All the guys I dated and dumped through my college days started parading in my memory. Sure, they'd all complimented my looks in one way or another, but had any of them been romantic about it? A romantic man would see me in these pajamas and gush about how soft and huggable they made me. A romantic man wouldn't just look me up and down and say, "You look good, babe," but instead, he would yearn for me. Did I ever get more than that from any of them? Something as intimate and special as being in a relationship needs to be adored and romanticized to make it worthwhile. I agree, but I also disagree. I think it's valid to want all of those things, but romanticizing romance is crazy work because a real relationship will always take work, so it won't always be sunshine and roses. But being with the right person makes the struggle times worthwhile. I understand. I'm a hopeless romantic myself. I want a man to sweep me off my feet, cook for me, rub my feet. Well, actually, don't rub my feet because I'm ticklish and I will kick you. But like all the other stuff, you know? But I also want them to be comfortable enough to have conversations with me, even if they're hard conversations. And for me to also be open to having those hard conversations with them. Otherwise, it's not special at all. I mean, yes, but no. That's why in the end, none of them were the one. I sit up in bed and glance at the rows of manga on the little bookshelf by my bed. You cannot compare real men to fictional men. It doesn't work. It will never work. The best men in my life came from between those pages. Oh my God. Okay. For the chat, who was your first, like, real fictional crush? Like, anime manga crush? Like, the first one where you were just like, that's the one. Little baby me, it was Ash Ketchum. And I have no shame in admitting that. I was like, the Ash Ketchum, he got some going for him. But like, Ash Ketchum aside, I think my the first oh my God, I'm in love with this fictional man moment for me was when I was reading From Far Away. Izark, the main character in From Far Away. Oh my God, I love Izark. Izark is beautiful. Izark is love of my life. Let me find a picture of Izark real quick because I need y'all to see Izark. They're making an anime too, guys. This is Izark. Like, Izark? Man, it's beautiful. I love that my site comes up when you type in Izark From Far Away. Because even the internet knew. But like, Izark? Oh my God. Like, man is the love of my life. Noriko? Girl, I have been jealous forever of Noriko. She pulled this man, like, and she didn't even do nothing. Just him bringing her flowers and shit. Like, oh my God, like Izark? Oh my God. I'm in love with Izark. I will stay in love with Izark. To the day I die. I'm gonna need a minute, guys. And when the books weren't enough, there were games with even more guys to choose from. Yeah, that's the escalation. That was the escalation for me. I started with shoujo. I went from shoujo to Otome games. And then I just never stopped with the Otome games. The men in love and freak space. Okay. Okay. But like, love and deep space controversy aside, I kind of want to play love and freak space though. That sounds like a lit ass game. Somebody make a game called Love and Freak Space, please. And thank you. Because just on the title alone, I would play it. Like, it sounds freaky deaky. Oh my God. And You Obey were so amazing in so many ways. I love when devs make up fake game names. It's always hilarious. But Love and Freak Space it's like number one. Like, it's the top right now. Top tier. Fake games I wish were real. They were bursting with passion and romance in so many ways, and in so many stories they didn't even know it. That only made them all the more charming. Yeah, it's called unobtainable, unrealistic, fantasy. That's the point of fantasy. They're supposed to feel like that. I love a good fantasy. Listen, I be thirsty as hell over these fantasy characters, these fake ass men. But I also still acknowledge that there is a line between me and this fictional person. Case in point, I don't name my characters after me when I'm playing a game because I, one, as a Black woman, have a very hard time with the self-insert part of the Otome lifestyle because they're not describing me, number one. Number two, I did make my characters after me before, and when these men started declaring their love for me, Naja, it weirded me out because I realized that when I was playing the games, I wasn't self-inserting. I was playing it as if it was another character's story. And when the character was like, I love you, Naja, it took me out of that story so hard that I had to like walk away. I couldn't get into it. It just weirded me out because while I was enjoying this story and the fantasy of this romance, a part of my brain just knew this is not real. No man really talks like this. I understand where she's coming from, and I do know a lot of people feel very strongly about their fictional faves. But for me personally, it's kind of hard. Anyway, my eyes travel along the spines of the books, lovingly reading the familiar titles and being filled with the sparks of affection for each and every one. Listen, y'all saw the way that I lost it over Isaac because I met that man for the first time in high school and I have never stopped loving him. And I'm in my 30s now and I still love Isaac. Oh my God. And that's when I declare, heated and still a bit drunk, to my empty apartment, I'm done with real men forever. 2D men are all I ever need. I'm judging. It's like a cleansing of my soul. So let out the words. I feel instantly better as the resolve takes a hold of me. I spring up from my bed and head straight for the desk across the room. I pluck a fresh notebook from the dwindling pile and snatch my favorite pen from the jar. I whirl around to face the whole of my bedroom, and once again I declare out loud, if I can't find a romantic man in real life, I'll just have to write my own. Listen, yes, we did name ourselves De Lulu. How good of you to notice. I'd written plenty of steamy romance in the past, but never one specifically meant for me. Oh, this is a YN, your name, fanfic. Okay, self-insert. Go for it, sis, go for it. A man tailored to my whims. That sounds like a yandere. Actually, would that be a toxic relationship? Okay, hear me out. So would we be the yandere if we created our ideal partner and they came to life? Like, would that make us toxic? Because this person is crafted to be our ideal and to love only us. So like, wouldn't that make us the oppressor? Kind of like, I just saw it today. Companion. Would this not be a companion situation where you've literally crafted a man to be your everything and to only want you? I'm now seeing some moral issues with this setup. I don't think so. I think if you want to keep him in a cage, then you'll be a yandere. But if he's free, then you're not a yandere. I see. It is unhinged behavior, but like, it's kind of like a moral dilemma here. Not the love interest that I always flung at them as a clumsy self-insert, but me, as I am, with none of my traits idolized or idealized or imagined away. This part, because, okay, I know a lot of people love to use guides for Otome games, but I challenge each and every one of you who hear this, play an Otome game as yourself and see what you get. Just see what you get, just for the lulz. When I play as myself, I generally get a normal ending, or worst case scenario, a bad ending. Or I'll get a guy who wasn't even on my radar, but I ended up really falling for, which is so much fun because you always go in with a bias. Like, you see the character trailers, you see the announcements, you see all the art assets, and you fix your head around a character that you want. But just playing as you will actually surprise you sometimes. No, this man that I was about to write into existence, he would be mine alone and he would give me everything that I needed. Kind of toxic, but okay. But that seems like a very long list, so I should probably narrow it down. The first step in writing anything is inspiration. What kind of man do I think would be the best for me? We can't choose? Okay, so this would be the point in which we could choose our Build-A-Man. The options are a damaged bad boy, Omega versus Alpha, a rich yandere daddy, and more coming soon. Guys, oh my God. I wish these other options. All right, we're gonna go with the damaged bad boy because that's the only choice we can make, but like, rich yandere daddy though. Damaged bad boy, let's go. The glossy cover of a men's catalog from my junk mail pile catches my eye. Perfect. They always pick the best models for men's clothing. Even the older guys are total dilfs. I grab the catalog and bring it back to my desk. Flipping through the pages, I scan the different models in their poses and outfits. They all look good in their own ways, but none of them inspires me the way I need. The further into the catalog I go, the more desperate I get to find the right man. We're trying to Frankenstein a baddie for our bedroom. Not a problem. Then, towards the back of the entire catalog, just before all the underwear and socks, I see him. A buff guy with slick back hair has one artful strand swooping across his strong brow. There are 2 photos of him. In one, he wears a tight black compression shirt, a jacket slung almost out of sight over his muscular shoulders. But the bigger photo, that's the one that gets me. Hands in his pockets wearing the jacket they're actually trying to sell. I can almost smell the black leather through the page, feel the smooth, rich glide of the sexiest material a man could ever wear. I think the sexiest material a man could ever wear is nothing, but to each their own. I lift my eyes to meet his in the photo. His eyes squint piercingly into mine above the edge of his aviators. The slight pouty sneer on his full lips gives off the perfect get lost attitude. I can see it clearly just from that one image. I know exactly what I want. I bite my lip as a flood of desire washes over my body. Yeah. And let's be honest, it didn't take much these days after being single for so long. Listen, valid. I steady my shaking fingers, flip open the brand new notebook, and ready my pen to write. I stare at the model in the catalog and picture a slightly different version of the real-life man behind him. I was done with actual men after all. I close my eyes and form him in my mind. He looked just as tall and buff as the model, only with darker hair and bluer eyes. The model had freckles, but I wanted them gone. What's wrong with freckles? I love freckles. In fact, I want my next man to have freckles, but whatever. They're too cute for the guy I'm picturing. Hater. No, this guy's skin is lightly tanned from riding his motorcycle. His hands are rough, a working man's hands. Ooh, okay. I can imagine what those hands feel like over my body, and I squeeze my thighs together. My imagination's still running wild with the details. Oh my God, not the squeezing of the thighs. Ooh. His clothes are far rougher and more worn than the pristine outfit given to the model. His jeans are thin at the knees, covered in stubborn oil stains in a few places. His t-shirt was equally stained, but that leather jacket was pristine. I think about how nice and warm it would be to slide my arms into that jacket with him while I hug him on a cold night. Maybe after a ride on his motorcycle leaves me chilly and needing his warmth. Okay. She loves a dirty man, exactly. I want a clean-cut man in a suit, 3-piece suit. Please and thank you. With glasses, hair slicked back. Ooh. With freckles. Imagine all sorts of things about him. I imagine all sorts of things about him. Some I write down, others I don't have time to describe before my vision begins to swim. The world seems to tilt gently onto its side, and I slide with it, not even fully aware of what's happening before everything goes dark. Coming back to myself isn't great. My temples are throbbing like someone's flicked me between the eyes. My stomach feels like it's twisting itself, and all of my limbs are numb while somehow sore at the same time. I lift my head, and my cheek peels away from the paper of my notebook, somewhat stuck to my face. I must have fallen asleep face first in my own writing. I can almost taste the ink that's been smeared across the page by my own drool. Gross. Slowly regaining my focus, I squint down at the page I was writing. My writing is nothing more than a messy blur of lines. I even spot a poor attempt at artwork. I think I've been trying to sketch a pair of alluring eyes, but in the harsh light of morning, looks like an alien crossbred with a K-pop star that's been slightly microwaved. Very descriptive. I groan the words aloud to really hammer home the point that I shouldn't write or sketch while drunk. I can vaguely remember what I wrote, but right now, there are more immediate priorities. My body feels heavy as I pull myself away from the desk to stagger into the bathroom to wash up. After a long, hot shower, I make coffee strong enough to wake the dead and slump into the kitchen chair. It feels like every drop takes an eternity as my temples keep pounding. And this is why, children, you take some Advil or Tylenol before bed after drinking, drink a shit ton of water, and also eat something, and then pass out somewhere. I reach for the water cooler and the painkillers in the center of the table. I force myself to choke down a biscuit left in a half-empty package, just to give the meds something to work with. The first cup is always black. Cream and sugar come later, once I feel like a person again. As I sit there alone in my kitchen, my headache slowly subsiding and the nausea easing just enough for me to relax, I face another discomfort. While my body slowly recovers from the night before, my mind is examining it too. It's just as harsh as the effects of too much alcohol for someone who hasn't drunk in a while. My friend's words play over a few times, and my reaction shifts slightly with each repetition. The first time, I'm hurt that they were so blunt with me. The second time, I try to pretend it doesn't matter and that they're wrong. By the third time, I'm annoyed at myself for starting to agree with them. Maybe I should stop being so picky and expecting a Prince Charming to ride in on a white horse and sweep me off my feet. At the time, those little things seemed like make or break it factors, but now, maybe I was a bit mean with my ex who chewed loudly. No, you weren't. And a new resolve claws its way through my hangover. I'll prove everyone wrong, even myself. I can find someone without nitpicking every little turn. I finish my coffee and steady myself, then pull out my phone. Doing what any sensible adult does when life feels a little too empty, I download a dating app. Eesh. I spend the rest of the morning and a good part of the afternoon sobering up and trying to make my profile look like it belongs to a functioning human being. I pick the best photos I can find of myself, the ones where I look mildly put together, and I try to write something that sounds interesting. After 3 drafts that make me sound like a hostage writing a ransom note about myself, I give up on sincerity and go with chronically single, sleep-deprived writer looking for someone who's not a murderer. It's honest. Funny is easier than honest. I mean, it's also honest. I may enjoy writing as a hobby, but trying to sell my own personality feels like assembling furniture without the manual. There is nothing harder than trying to describe yourself to someone else. Every time I've been asked to give like a bio about myself, I'm like, I alive? I breathe? I bang on keyboard. Yes. And they're like, could you like edit that? And I'm like, hi. I bang out words on keyboard on a website that I run, period. Sometimes people watch me play games online. Bad bitch gamer, please. Next time I need a bio for something, I'm coming to you, Khadijah. I was born once, years ago, exactly. But have me write like paragraphs about a 2D character that I loved in a game. No problem. Oh my gosh. I may enjoy writing as a hobby, but trying to sell my own personality feels like assembling furniture without the manual. Truer words have never been said. As soon as I'm satisfied with the photos and details, my job is done. I place my phone face down on the table, stretch, and let out a groan. I don't know if I feel good about it or not. As I look around the kitchen, I start to realize the problem. There are dishes piled in the sink and on the counter, empty food containers strewn about, and the trash bin is overflowing. From there, my eyes move to the main living room with its own share of the mess that continues all the way into my bedroom. Even with my body putting up a fight, I force myself step by step to start making sense of the chaos. I've let myself go, but cleaning my apartment through the hangover feels like slowly taking control again. If I'm going to try to get my life in order, this is a good start. I make it as far as loading the dishwasher and tossing all my trash before my phone starts chiming. Whether or not I did a good enough job with my profile, the guys don't seem to care. I'm surprised to start getting matches within hours. Okay, first and foremost, it is not hard if you are a woman to get matches on a dating app. Just existing will get you matches. Are they good matches? No, not at all. but you will have no problems getting matches. That is not the issue. It's the quality of the matches that is the problem. So I don't know why she was doubting that she was gonna get matches, because homie, you were always gonna get matches. With nothing better to do than to recover from last night's embarrassment, I spend the rest of the day casually messaging several prospective dates while I continue making sense of the mess in my apartment. At least messaging whenever I wasn't instantly blocking guys who opened a convo with their dick pics or requests for nudes. Although I'm a bit apprehensive at first, the ones who chat back seem to have good intentions and are actually pretty nice to talk to. After a while, I feel a little tug of hope in my chest that this might actually be a good idea. To my surprise, there is one man I click with over our love of manga series, and he is in my general area. A bit of a drive away, but still closer than I would have expected. He isn't bad looking, I tell myself, so I decide to see where this goes. He's not bad looking, I tell myself. Yeah, not very enthusiastic there. I even start smiling and giggling along with some of his comments, agreeing with points he makes about manga and ignoring other messages just to keep chatting with him. Okay. A modern romance is blossoming before our eyes. Maybe this won't be so bad after all. A call came in while I was in the middle of reading a message, a pile of clothes in my arms. It was Hannah again. Hey Hannah. Hey there, Delulu. Just thought I'd call and check up on you after last night. You doing okay? I am now, yeah. Got sobered up with a lot of coffee and something to eat. Okay, that's a relief. I was worried that we'd upset you too much. I'm sorry if we made you feel miserable. I wanted to jokingly agree, but I knew that wouldn't be fair. I went back to gathering clothes and towels around the apartment that needed to go into the wash while we continued to talk on speaker. No, you were all pretty spot on about everything. Don't worry, I'm doing better, I promise. Are you sure? You're not just trying to get me off the phone so you can cry into your pillow, right? Got all of that out of the way last night, actually. It's a new day, or night by now, so I decided it couldn't hurt to try out a dating app. Just to see what happens. So that's what I've been doing. Ooh, I think that's a great idea. Thanks for not making fun of me over it. I would never. You haven't cast your net out in a while. I think it's long overdue. Thanks. I already have a couple of matches. It's actually been nice to talk to a guy. That's cool. Not everyone connects so fast. I don't know if we connected so much as we've been finding things in common. He even lives pretty close. Oh, he actually just messaged me and asked if I wanted to meet up. Wow, this guy works fast. Are you going to take him up on it? I don't know. We just started talking. Have you enjoyed it? Well, yeah, I guess. Then you should try talking to him face to face. Find out if he can carry a conversation in real life and not just through messages. If you still like talking to him, then it's at least worth trying for a bet. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Can't find out if I don't just go for it. That's the spirit. Just make sure he doesn't take you anywhere shady. I'll do my best. I'll tell him yes right now. I don't want to get too excited for you too quickly, but I really do hope this is a good thing for you. If nothing else, maybe he'll end up being a good friend. Just the idea of having to friend zone another boyfriend is enough to cause some anxiety, but I try to stay optimistic. At least if we don't work out, I know there's no one else in my friend group for him to date, since you're all together now. Sorry, that was an awkward way to find out. I guess you haven't been on socials much. We've all been posting together as a couple for a while now, so I just thought you knew. I mentally roll my eyes. I literally brought this on myself, didn't I? Socials have just made everything else harder, so I haven't paid much attention. Yeah, social media is not great when your mental health is not the best. Don't worry about it. Now you know. And hey, you might be on your way to joining us all in couples bliss. I'm actually curious to see Jordan displaying any kind of emotion regardless. I'd like to meet his boyfriend sometime. He's like a different person, I swear. Not in a huge way, but seriously. It's like his aura just completely lights up and glows when he's around Peter. Aww! And what about Mark? Is he a completely different person around you now? Oh no, he's still an airhead, but now he calls me babe. I smile softly, but a creeping loneliness seeps into my chest. Aww. That's sad. I agree. Finding out things about your friends through social media is kind of crazy work. Just so long as you're both treating each other right. Of course we are. It's easier for us to be together since we've known each other since middle school. I thought that would be an obstacle, but no. Turns out when you know someone that long, you really know them. True, you always knew about the fan fictions I wrote all through school instead of paying attention in class. And you know all about the fan fiction I commissioned from you too. I still have that notebook tucked on a shelf somewhere. I thought it was so naughty, but really it wasn't as graphic as what I write these days. Speaking of, how's your writing going anyway? Ever think about making it your career or even a side gig or something? You are always so talented. I've thought about it, but no, I just write for myself. If you say so, I think a lot of people would pay for some spicy romance when it's tastefully well written. Perhaps something to fall back on? Usually, it's the other way around with a creative passion and a corporate position. Life is just weird right now. This part, because people are like, oh, why don't you just do like content creation full time? And I'm like, bro, it doesn't pay any bills. Like as a supplement to an actual job, sure. But as sole income, hell no. So I totally get what the MC is coming from with this. Like, if you're gonna do writing as a career, you would have to have like established a foundation first. You can't just do it. I understand. Hey, you just go on that date, meet this guy, and see where it goes. Don't forget to tell me all about it afterwards. If you don't hear from me, just assume I was murdered. Valid. Or that it went poorly. Don't even joke about that. How about you text me the address when you know where you're going? Just to be sure. Once I know, you'll know. Also, take a picture of his license plate and him and the outfit that you're wearing. I have to go. Mark couldn't get my attention, so he bet himself that he could jump from the sofa in the living room to the kitchen counter. What the hell is wrong with Mark? I gotta go make sure he's okay, because if he broke something, I'm the one who has to explain to the paramedics why my boyfriend thought he could fly. In the background, I hear Mark say, "It's all good, babe." You better take care of that. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for checking up on me. Of course. Bye-bye. I hang up the phone and instantly pull up the messages I'd missed. A few more little bits of info about his job, his schedule, and when would be the best time to meet. To my surprise, he'd asked me if tomorrow night was too soon to go out for drinks. I tapped my finger on the side of the phone for a moment or two, wondering if it was too good to be true or too soon to be good. To his credit, he hadn't pestered me about it since asking the question and had been waiting for me to answer. I message him back with a yes, and he takes a few moments more to send a smiley face and a heart. I feel an all too familiar twinge of nervous excitement at the text commitment, that glimmer of expectation and hope of what could be. I give myself a little pep talk as I continue to chat with my mystery guy into the night. In between organizing clothes and cleaning out the fridge, he manages to keep my interest enough that I eventually agree to meet him at a bar he suggests, tomorrow around dinner time. None of our conversations are too flowery or too clunky. It seems to flow well. We learned a bit about each other, talked more about music and shows that we enjoyed, had a few little disagreements about minor things. It felt normal, harmless even. I tried to say that was fine, but I was also hoping that he'd start flirting with me when we met in person. When the conversation naturally wound down and we'd said our goodnights, I set my phone aside and headed to my desk. Writing with pen and paper would take too long tonight, so I opened my laptop and dove right into an unfinished romance story that I'd started a few weeks back. I had run out of steam on it, but now steam was all I had. I poured all of it into the blank page. Passion, rampant desire, declarations of love worthy of a Hallmark movie. All the good stuff that flooded my brain with that sweet, sweet dopamine. I fall asleep that night in a more pleasant mood than I'd been in for a while, and wake up feeling even better. I pass the day finishing the cleaning I'd started yesterday. Scrubbing, dusting, vacuuming, and excavating the beautiful apartment I've let drown beneath my neglect. For the first time in weeks, I feel like I can rest easier in the newly cleaned space. If I do have the chance to bring a guy back here, at least now I won't be ashamed of it. Having finished all the hard work, I finally checked my messages after turning off notifications. I've had other guys messaging me even after I went to sleep. My mystery guy sends me a good morning text and the address for our date spot. It isn't too far away, but it's slightly outside of my usual driving radius. Not that I've been going anywhere lately. The rest of the day goes by in a calm span of hours spent writing, reading manga, and catching up on a show I've lost track of. As the afternoon starts to shift into evening, the anticipation begins to creep in. I go through my closet, hunting down an outfit to wear to my date. It looks like we're going to a bar, so it's not as if the dress code matters much. I could easily just throw on a sweater and jeans and be done with it, but it's been so long since I've really dressed up. Longer still since I've gone for a look meant to knock it out of the park. Nothing wrong with going overboard once in a while. Go with a gorgeous black dress and makeup. Go with a fancy blazer and stylish black button shirt. Blazer? I choose a black blazer and matching black button shirt. This had been my old reliable throughout weddings, parties, and even a few job interviews. Oh, I'm regretting my choice now. With the price tag as well, it had better. It's made of linen, which the salesperson told me was very fancy. Also, it holds wrinkles like a bitch. This plus a nice watch, and you had me looking more presentable than I had been in weeks. When I go into the bathroom to wash my face and start working on my hair, it feels like months since I've used any of these products. Even yesterday, I didn't put on half this much effort. And that was just dinner out with friends. Right now, I want to look stunning. If this guy has any taste, he'll appreciate how much work I'm putting in for him. I guess. Maybe he'll even throw a compliment or two my way. So far, he hasn't brought up my looks at all. I mean, props to him for not being shallow, but tonight I'm getting dressed with every intention of being in trouble. The kind of trouble a man doesn't recover from easily. Ooh, okay. Hairstyling finally complete, I check the time and slip on my shoes. After a while, I give myself one last once over in the mirror by the door. I haven't looked or felt this sexy in a long time. It feels good to have a reason to look my best. After checking that I have my phone, keys, and everything I need, I'm finally ready to go out on my first date in over a year. Love that for you, sis. Aftertaste. He calls it a bar, but it's more of a club or a pub. The number of motorcycles parked out front is a bit unsettling, as if the location in the back end of the city isn't enough already. It's not exactly the cozy first date spot I've been picturing. Normally, I'm more partial to cafes or even quiet little wine bars. Literally anywhere that doesn't feel like a fight could break out at any second, or where someone might be doing hard drugs in the restroom. Through the hazy fog on the windows, I can see how packed the place is. The dim neon lights inside barely illuminate the vague shapes of the bar patrons, but I can still make out a sea of people. Loud laughter and cheers break out occasionally, sometimes in overlapping waves that hit my ears all at once. I tell myself not to judge. All kinds of people like places with character. That doesn't mean anything is going to happen to me. All the same, I snap a quick picture of the entrance and send it to Hannah. If I go missing, this is my last known location. I tuck my phone back into my clutch quickly and take a cleansing breath. The air has a faint smell of cigarettes. I feel ridiculous standing in front of this place dressed like I'm going somewhere. The waiters grind the pepper at the table. I regret not staying in my cab until I confirm my mystery guy was here too. Torn between waiting for another cab or heading into the brighter interior of the bar, I check my phone. No new messages yet, just the last one he sent. Meet you at 8? You'll love this place. Promise. Seen 2 hours ago. I'm trying to. I really am, but that message is from 2 hours ago. Even though he's a complete stranger, I still feel safer not being here alone. But I'm not about to turn right around and head home after putting in so much effort, that part. I swallow hard, pull my shoulders back, and remind myself why I'm here. I've got something to prove. I can be flexible. I can try new things. I'm already in the thick of it anyway. The sound only intensifies once I'm inside. A few people dance to the music, others sit at scattered tables, and off to the side, there's a pool table and the bar. After the initial shock hits me, I start to feel the vibe this place gives off. Plates of hot wings and barbecue sliders pass by on their way to booths, and combined with the music, it makes for a surprisingly lively atmosphere. Okay, this could be cozy. The bartender glances up at me with the practiced indifference of someone who's seen every flavor of human being walk through the door. I still feel horribly self-conscious, so I turn my eyes to scan for a place to sit. I spot a booth near the wall, safer, less visible, maybe the best choice to ease myself into the space. Before I can claim it, I check my phone. It's only 8:05 p.m. I'm probably just too early. Ignoring a few stares, I bravely approach the bar and order soda, not wanting to drink by myself so early in the night, valid. When I slide into the booth, the seat squeaks under me. My blazer and fancy shirt feels completely out of place for where I am. I message my date to assure him that I'm here and waiting, no response. I fidget with my glass and take tiny sips just to look like a contributing member of this establishment. Oh my god, did we get stood up? As time passes, I trace patterns in the condensation on the outside of my glass. Oh no. A few more people leave and enter the bar, none of whom approach me or look anything like the guy in the profile picture. Eventually, I order another soda and keep waiting. 8:25 p.m. Maybe he's caught at work, but you'd think he'd let me know. 9 p.m. Oh my god, hour late? Oh no, I'm leaving. Nothing. No sorry, running late, not even a lame excuse like my horoscope warned me. It's a stay inside or die kind of day. I take anything just to know I haven't been forgotten. I keep telling myself to stay positive even now. Oh my god, like when it rains, it freaking pours. I have never been stood up on a date. Just FYI. I have gone on a date, met the guy, and they're horrible, but never been stood up. I guess I should knock on wood, because there's a first time for everything. I'm leaving after 15 minutes. Yeah, like professor rules. Maybe he lost his phone, but then again, he could still meet with me without it. 9:15? The bartender surprises me by waving me over to the bar. He only wants to refill my soda without me asking. The pity refill is never a good sign, and it only makes me feel worse instead of comforted. I still take it and sip on it anyway, my hopes slipping away with every passing moment. Faces come and go around me, groups, couples, regulars, trading back slaps and inside jokes. Oh my god. I'm going home and swearing off men for at least another couple of months. I can't. I never thought I'd want to be a part of the heartbeat in a place like this, but sitting here alone, surrounded by laughter and noise, it only reminds me how alone and out of place I am. Oh, baby girl. That's it. I need a drink. Right. Finally done with the sodas, I march up to the bar. The bartender prepares my request without comment. I keep watching the door as he slides me a Sex on the Beach cocktail. Okay. The vinyl booth sighs beneath me as I shift and uncross my legs. What am I still doing here? I've been stood up. I can't fool myself any longer. Real men really aren't worth the time. This one wasn't. Try another. The reality settles over me like a bucket of cold water, a dull ache blooming in my chest. I stare at the untouched ice melting at the bottom of my glass, thinking about all the effort I've wasted. I've come to terms with the fact that I have some personal growth to do. Maybe being single is more my problem than the men I've dumped. But this is the first time I've genuinely tried in so long, and this is how it ends. I refuse to publicly wallow in my misery any longer. I'm already prepared to drown myself in romance manga when I get home to ease the sting. Taking out my phone, I start pulling up an app to schedule a ride home, annoyed at myself for not doing this earlier. Before I can, however, a shadow falls over me. I look up, thinking it's the bartender coming over to kick me out or give me another pity drink. But the words die in my throat the second I see who's standing there. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Their shoulders are so big and so wide. I just want to like curl up in his chest. Are you kidding me right now? Standing next to me is whoa, this guy is huge, both in the tall and broad kind of sense. Right up in the titties. His shirt is doing him zero favors, or maybe that's the point, judging by the confident look on his face. Oh my god. I just want to motorboat him, just like, brrr. It's tight enough to leave nothing to the imagination. And because I'm sitting down, it's all right at eye level. Perfect. Once I realized my eyes went straight for his chest and I haven't even looked at his face yet, I snap out of it. When I finally look up, he's already smirking. So that answers whether he noticed. Okay, this one's pretty. This is very pretty, man. I try very hard to maintain eye contact and not let my gaze drop to where his shirt is clinging on for dear life across his chest. That's when I notice the slit through his eyebrow and the single earring in his right ear. His ink black hair is straight, silky, and long enough to be tousled away from his face. And he opens those full, smirking lips to talk to me.
Well now, aren't you dressed to impress?
Oh, fuck me, bro. Like, not voice acting. I'm sorry. Yes, daddy.
You get lost on your way somewhere.
Oh my god. I've been found though. I'm not lost anymore. Hi. How you doing? Okay, that's kind of corny, but after the night I've had, corny feels like poetry, bruh. Not corny. His voice has a low, rough grain to it. Okay. I just stare at him frozen, girl. My jaw would be on the floor. I can't remember the last time someone looked at me so boldly, with that kind of slightly mischievous heat behind their expression. Stop. Can I help you? Girl, what? Hi. Charmed. My name is Delulu. What's yours? Are you single? It comes out sharper than I intend, but tonight I'm out of warm welcomes. Please. Please. We dodged a bullet and found our king. What is wrong with you? His smoldering grin widens, completely brushing past the acid in my voice. Without an invitation, he casually slides into the booth across from me. The way that would send me. The leather creaks as he props his elbows on the table, leaning to the side with his chin resting on his hand.
You look like you had a rough night.
I was. But it's going pretty good now.
Let me guess. Either someone made a terrible mistake tonight, or you didn't plan on coming here alone.
I may have come here alone, but I'm not leaving alone. You are coming with me, truly. Yeah, my date ended up ghosting me. I'm instantly embarrassed by the thin wobble in my voice, but he doesn't seem to mind. He nods once with a seriousness that feels surprisingly sincere. And then he leans forward a little more, resting his forearms on the table and tilting his head as if he's studying a piece of art. Oh my god.
His loss.
No. Right. Fuck him.
Seriously though, who picks this kind of place for a first date and then doesn't show? That's a special kind of stupid.
Yes, he's a dumbass. Why are we talking about him? I want to know more about you, babe. It's a strange kind of comfort being defended so bluntly by a stranger I'm not sure whether to be unsettled or grateful for. Are you always this candid? Shut up! You're ruining this for us! I ask, unable to shake the watery nerves from my tone. He simply shrugs.
Life is too short to keep playing games, and you don't get extra time for playing it safe.
Oh my god, I love me a man of action, yes. Because they always say if a man wants you, he lets you know. A man does not play games when he's serious.
If you want something, you might as well reach for it.
Oh my god, he could snatch me up right now. Like, wow.
Name is Rat. What's yours?
It's Naja. Nice to meet you. Hi. I am single and unemployed. Is that a problem? I hope it's not a problem. Because I'm looking to be taken care of. I'm sorry. My bad. Delulu, nice to meet you.
Never been here before. Have you?
No. I scoff, morbidly amused, and find enough of my footing to respond sarcastically again. How could you tell?
The way you're dressed was my first clue. Second was the way you kept checking your phone like it's a lifeline.
Okay, you don't have to read me like that.
Third, you ordered a sex on the beach at a place like this. Dead giveaway.
Valid. I feel my cheeks flush hot with embarrassment, but his tone isn't mocking. If anything, he sounds almost fond. In my defense, I've never been stood up before, so this is new territory.
Well, you are handling it better than most. Some people would have run out of here crying by now.
Sorry, the voice acting is distracting as hell. I don't know how I'm supposed to be paying attention to the plot when that voice is coming out of that face, because... The hell? Who says I wasn't planning on doing that in my car? Oh my god. The laugh. The laugh. Guys.
Fair enough. But here's a better plan.
Okay. He signals to the bartender with 2 fingers raised, a practiced gesture that suggests he's a regular here. The bartender nods without question. So, is this what you do? Rescue stranded women and try to make them feel better?
I'm not trying to make you feel better.
Oh? Then what are you doing?
Talking to someone I wanted to talk to. Don't make it more noble than it is.
Oh, okay. Sure. He leans in slightly.
How about you let me salvage what's left of your night? I can't undo the asshole who stood you up.
I don't even know who you're talking about. Who?
But I can at least make sure you don't leave feeling like shit about it.
Oh my god. Fuck. I'm sorry. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god. That voice is not real. Are you kidding me? Holy god. Is it hot here? Is it just me, guys? 'Cause wait. Oh my god. Why would you deliver lines like that? That's fucking distracting. You can't do that. That's a health hazard, okay? Oh my god. There's a fucking heat wave here. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm really gonna need a minute. Oh wow. Wow. Oh, okay. Something shifts in my chest. Yeah, and in my loins. Girl. This is exactly the kind of thing that happens in the fantasies I write. The mysterious stranger who appears at the perfect moment, the one who makes you feel like the only person in the room. I should be cautious. I should be smart. I was just stood up by one stranger from the internet. Oh God. What am I doing? Falling for some random guy's smooth words, bro. You and me both. I want this so bad. To feel wanted and to have someone look at me the way he's doing it right now. It's making me really hard. Wait. Sorry. Oh my God. It's making me. It's making. I'm sorry. It's making it really hard to think straight. Yes. Yes. That's what the words actually say. You don't even know me.
Not yet. But I know you got all dressed up for someone who didn't deserve the effort.
I do my best, guys. Reading is hard, okay?
I know you're still sitting here instead of running away, which means you've got more guts than you give yourself credit for. And I also know that if some guy is too stupid to show up for you, then maybe you've been wasting your time on the wrong kind of man.
I've been wasting a lot of time, babe. A bartender arrives with 2 bottles of beer, the good craft kind, not the cheap stuff, and sets them down between us. I don't like beer, but okay. Red slides one towards me. I pick up the bottle just to have something to do with my hands and take a small sip. It's bitter and hoppy, nothing like the sweet cocktail I ordered before, but somehow it actually tastes really good. That's somewhat accurate.
I have a good eye for these sorts of things. Part of the job.
What
I'm
job?
a mechanic. Run a custom bike shop across town.
You run your own business? Do you have your own home as well?
You work on enough bikes, you start noticing patterns. Where things wear down first tells you how people actually ride.
I just had a disgusting thought. A nasty thought. I'm sorry. Is that applicable to people too? Because, where you worn down at, babe? Where you worn down at, huh?
And what problems they tend to neglect.
Real. We just went right back to reality. Thank you. Okay, be honest with me. Do you rehearse this stuff or does it just come out of you like that? Okay. Proof positive that if a man literally walked up to you and started talking to you like these Otome men did, you'd be weirded the fuck out. You'd be suspicious as hell. If a man rolled up to me and started spouting stuff like this, I would be immediately suspicious. This would be my actual reaction, like, You just run these lines on all the girlies? Because no real person truly talks like this. Oh my God, that laugh.
Nah, I just call it how I see it.
Shut up. So, what do you see when you look at me? The question comes out more vulnerable than I intended. I blame the beer, or maybe the fact that this man has made me feel more in 5 minutes than my actual date managed in days of messaging. Brett doesn't answer right away. Instead, he leans forward again, elbows on the table, and really looks at me. His gaze is intense, slow, deliberate, and entirely unlike my interactions with anyone else. But never leering.
Honestly, I'm not sure yet.
That's fair. The answer catches me off guard. I expect another smooth line.
You ordered a soda first. Switched to a cocktail about an hour in.
How long have you been watching me, stalker?
That tells me you showed up planning to be responsible. You wanted a clear head for whoever you were meeting.
Okay, he's a stalker now. I'm suspicious.
He never came. So you gave up on being careful. That's the vibe of someone who actually cared to make it work, but is tired of getting disappointed.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to stop because you're hitting a little too close to home with these reads.
The rest, I'd have to stick around to figure out.
So you plan on sticking around? I don't have a comeback for that, girl, I did. Just a man admitting he doesn't have me figured out yet, but wants to. It makes me want to let him try. My breath catches as I realize I still haven't given him a reply. You're not what I expected tonight.
Good. Expected is boring.
Okay. For a moment, neither of us speaks. But it's a comfortable silence, as if we are both just taking in the moment and appreciating the company. I'm sorry. This man is distracting, and it's hard to read while he's on screen. I need him to, disappear. Then Rhett's lips curve into that devastating smirk again.
Now, here's what I think.
Oh?
I think you spent way too long waiting for something to happen.
He's not wrong.
So, how about you stop waiting and do something different for a change?
I'm sitting in his lap the first chance I get. Something different?
Can't get anywhere new if you keep on taking the same roads.
Sit in his lap. Please sit in his lap.
So, you staying here nursing that cocktail? Or are you coming with me?
Yes. Coming with you where? Girl, I don't care. Anywhere.
Does it really matter?
No, not at all. The question hangs between us. It should bother me that the answer is no. I stare at his outstretched hand. This is crazy. This is the kind of thing Hannah would tell me not to do. This is how people end up on a true crime podcast. But something about him makes me want to take the plunge, and that terrifies me almost as much as it excites me. Before I can overthink it, I place my hand in his.
Now we're talking.
Let's go. His hand is warm and steady. He pulls me gently to my feet, and I'm suddenly very aware of how close we are. He's a bit taller than me, and the leather of his jacket creaks softly as he moves. Okay. Yes, let this stranger take us to a secondary location where they will absolutely find our body. Exhausted from rough, passionate sex. Sorry. Oh my God. Wake up. Anyway. He doesn't let go of my hand right away. Instead, he looks at me with calm eyes that still burn underneath, like a promise.
You coming?
Already did. It's not really a question, it's a dare. And the worst part is, it's working. I should say no. I should absolutely say no. I don't even know you.
Then let's change that.
Oh my God. He leads me through the crowded bar, weaving between tables and patrons with the ease of someone who belongs here. A few people call out to him and he nods or raises his free hand in acknowledgement, but he doesn't stop. When we step outside, the cool night air hits my flushed cheeks like a blessing. I take a deep breath. Somehow the same air that felt heavy inside now feels so free. My thoughts are still a jumbled mess of this is insane and don't let go of this hand.
Better?
Mm-hmm. It was getting pretty stuffy in there.
Yeah, it gets like that. Especially on the weekends.
This voice actor is fucking the mic. Like, please stop. Stop deep-throating your mic, please. Thank you. Sincerely, my poor heart. Okay? Like, please. A sleek red beast that looks expensive and dangerous. Oh no. Oh no. He's not.
Have you been on one of these before?
No, but I'd like to try. Motorcycle? No, absolutely not. I don't even have a helmet, and
I've got you covered.
he has an extra helmet? Okay. He pulls a spare helmet from the storage case.
Safety first.
Oh my God, yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a rush. The closest thing to flying without leaving the ground.
Okay, get on the bike.
But if you don't want to, that's also perfectly okay. I can just call you a cab and give you a ride home. No pressure.
Okay, king of consent and concern for my well-being. Okay, check one. I look at the motorcycle, then back to Rhett. This is the most impulsive, reckless, stupid thing I could possibly do right now. I think about my apartment, clean for the first time in months, but still empty. It's about to be full with this beefcake. Are you kidding me? Take him home. Now, I think about my friends, all paired off and happy. I think about the dating app guy who couldn't even be bothered to text me that he wasn't coming. I think about all the stories I've written where the heroine takes the risk, says yes to adventure, and throws caution to the wind. I think about what Rhett just said. Not this man is a beef Wellington. I can't get anywhere new if I keep taking the same roads. All right, let's do this.
You're the boss.
Oh my God. He hands me the helmet and helps me adjust the strap under my chin with surprising gentleness for someone with such rough hands. His fingers brush my jaw, and I swear to God, I can feel my cheeks burning beneath the visor.
You're gonna want to hold on tight. Wrap your arms around my waist and lean when I do. Don't fight it.
Why would I fight? Why would we fight this Dorito chip man?
This kind of bike is a different beast from regular models.
Oh, how so? Don't fight it. Got it.
And hey,
I wish you would say to Lulu, because that'd be so funny. Yeah?
trust me.
I am weak to one singular line in Otome games, and it is trust me. It has got me to fold for some of the most dastardly dudes. All they have to do is say trust me, and the panties is wet. I'm sorry, I trust you with my life. You can have everything. I don't care what happens after this point. Yes. I wrap my arms around his waist like he told me to, and oh fuck, I can feel his muscles through the thin material of his shirt, firm and soft at the same time, the warmth.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I don't know.
Perfect. Let's go for a joyride.
The engine roars to life beneath us, a thrumming vibration that echoes through my entire body. He slowly accelerates as we make our way out of the parking lot, and then we burst forward as we hit the main road. I'm sorry, are we actually on the motorcycle and it's animated? Shut up. Shut up. Like, if I could just get this on loop and make this like an animated wallpaper for my computer, we'd be good, guys. Like, we'd be golden. The world blurs around us, wind rushes past, cool and sharp against my exposed skin. The city lights turn into streaks of neon color. I tighten my arms around Rhett and press my cheek against his back, feeling the steady rise and fall of his breathing. He wasn't lying. This is freedom, and it feels amazing. For the first time in months, or maybe even years, I'm not thinking about job applications, failed relationships, or expectations. I'm just here. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. We fly through the city streets, the motorcycle roaring beneath us like a living thing. Rhett navigates the roads with practiced ease, leaning into turns with a confidence that makes my stomach flip. Every time he accelerates, I instinctively tighten my grip around his waist, and I swear I can feel him smile. He's absolutely doing this on purpose. We pass through streets I've never seen, even though I've lived here for years, beneath yellow streetlights that cast everything in a warm amber glow. This is what I've been missing, this exact feeling. Eventually, the ride mellows. We are cruising now instead of racing, and I can actually take in the moment. Rhett leans back slightly, and I hear his voice, muffled through the helmet. Where to? Is he gonna take me home? The question pulls me out of my trance. Right. I have to go home eventually, back to reality. I shout my address over the wind and feel his nod of acknowledgement. He knows where we live now. Rhett pulls up in front of my apartment building and cuts the engine. The sudden silence is almost jarring after the constant rumble of the motorcycle. My ears are still ringing. My hands are still shaking. I'm not even sure I can feel my legs. I climb off the bike, my knees unsteady. I can't tell whether it's from the ride or the adrenaline crash. Rhett swings off after me and takes my helmet, his fingers brushing mine as I hand it over. So, was it worth it? Oh, 1000%. I realize I'm grinning like an idiot. That was incredible. I've never felt anything like that. Those words do wonders for a man's ego. Okay, shut the fuck up. He's looking at me with that same intensity from the bar, like I'm the only thing worth paying attention to in the entire world. My skin feels warm despite the cool night air. Thank you for tonight, and You don't have to say anything. Sometimes the best nights are the ones that don't need words. I'm trying to make the beast with two backs with you, homie. Like, I ain't even trying to have a conversation. Our mouths are gonna be a little preoccupied. There's a beat of silence. I should probably go inside. My mind is in the gutter, guys. I'm so sorry. Please get this man off my screen. I'm sorry, I can't. The night is over. It doesn't have to be. Right, it doesn't have to end. I had a good time tonight. Me too. The best time I've had in, honestly, I can't even remember. The words come out more vulnerable than I intend, but I don't take them back. It's true. Tonight feels like magic. Then we should do it again. I freeze for a split second. I mean, really? Like, for real? Why do you sound so surprised? You think I do this for just anyone? Kinda. I don't know, do you? I'm half joking, but there's a real question underneath. How many other women has he swept off their feet just like this? No one, because he's a fake man. We dreamed him up. Nah, you're different. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely different because I'm literally your mommy. You barely know me. I know enough to want to know more. Oh my God. I am basic because I am weak to lines like this. It's not a grand declaration. It's not a promise, but somehow that makes it feel more honest than anything else he said tonight. Most people walk into the bar and try to blend in, order whatever everyone else is having, sit where they're told. You sat in the corner booth in that outfit and ordered a cocktail with a straight face. Either you're fearless or you've got no idea what you're doing. It's the latter. How good of you to notice. Can it be both? Usually is. Plus, you didn't say no when I offered you a ride on my bike. Most people would have. Most people are probably smarter than me. Oop. Most people don't know how to live. Oh my God. It's close enough now that I have to tilt my head back to look at him. Oh my God, he's so tall. Close enough that our noses could almost touch. His fingers softly brush the side of my cheek, but he doesn't push any further. He waits for me to close the gap. Oh God. His lips meet mine, slow at first. Oh my God. Then his hand slides to the back of my neck, fingers threading into my hair, and the kiss becomes passionate. Lord help us. Like he's finally stopped holding back. I want to see you again. Oh my God. Yes. I'd really like that. Next weekend, Saturday? Is that too soon? Maybe not soon enough, but the word is already leaving my mouth. Sounds like a plan. Good. I'll pick you up at 7. Wait. The realization hits me suddenly. How will he pick me up? He doesn't have my number. We haven't exchanged any contact info at all. Can I get your number so we can, plan? Sure, here you go. He pulls out his phone and hands it to me. I type my number and hand it back. He glances at it, then immediately calls me. My phone buzzes in my clutch. Oh my God. Perfect. I'll text you tomorrow about where we're going. Something special. More special than a motorcycle ride? Right. You'll see. He reaches out and tucks a strand of hair behind my ear. The same gentleness from before, lingering for just a moment against my cheek. Get some sleep. You've had a long night. Talk to you soon. He pulls back, and I immediately miss the contact. He swings his leg back over the motorcycle and pulls on his helmet. Good night, Delulu. Good night, Rhett. He starts the engine, and the roar cuts through the quiet night. With one last look, those intense eyes visible even through the helmet visor, he pulls away from the curb. I stand there and watch him go, the sound of his motorcycle fading into the distance until it's swallowed by the ambient noise of the city. I'd be like squealing and kicking my feet on my bed. I stare at it for a moment before typing "red" with the bike emoji. It feels silly adding the motorcycle emoji, but also perfect. As I'm standing there, stalking his empty chat, my phone buzzes with a text. After a mini heart attack, I realize it's just Hannah. You alive? Been hours since you texted. Getting worried. Guilt crashes over me. I completely forgot to update her after that initial text from the bar. She probably thinks I was murdered and dumped in a river somewhere. I'm so sorry. I'm home safe. Long story. We'll call you tomorrow and tell you everything. She responds almost immediately, confirming my suspicions. You better, sweet dreams. I set my phone down and head to my bedroom, already peeling off my clothes. When I catch sight of myself in the mirror, I pause. My hair is a windblown mess, my cheeks flushed. I look like someone who just had the night of her life. I look nothing like the sad, hungover person who sat in this apartment yesterday morning, drowning in self-pity and job applications. What just happened? My reflection doesn't answer, but she is smiling. I change into the same cute pajamas and crawl into bed. My body is exhausted, but my mind is racing. Next weekend can't come soon enough. I reach for my phone one more time, pulling up his contact. No profile picture, just the number and that little motorcycle emoji. Should I text him? Thank him again for tonight? Let him know I got inside safely? Or is that going to sound desperate? But before I can, my phone buzzes. A text from Rhett. Oh my God, yes! Sleep tight, next time's gonna be even better. I'm grinning again. I type back, can't wait. Then I set my phone on my nightstand, pull my blanket up to my chin, and close my eyes. For the first time in months, I think I'm going to get a great night's rest. Maybe real men aren't so bad after all. Maybe I just needed to find the right one, right? I slowly wake up feeling better than ever. Oh my God, I know this track from A Date with Death. We love to see reused background music. Sorry. For a moment, I just lie there staring at the ceiling, blinking as I rub the sleep from my eyes. Last night plays through my mind like a movie I can't stop rewatching. My fingers drift to my lips. I grab my phone from the nightstand and there it is, Rhett, with his text from last night still on my screen. My heart flutters all over again. I read his message 3 more times. God, I'm pathetic, but I don't even care. I get out of bed with more energy than I've had in months. I go to the bathroom, and as I brush my teeth, I catch my reflection grinning back at me like an idiot. The woman in the mirror looks happy, the kind of person who lives in the moment. You even rode on a hot stranger's motorcycle last night. Who even are you? That part. If he texts this morning, I'm going to lose it. Right. Let's get a good morning text, guys. After a quick shower, I throw on comfortable clothes and head to the kitchen. I'm actually hungry for the first time in days. Usually I skip breakfast entirely. I never, no. I'll skip other meals, but never breakfast. I make myself a real meal, scrambled eggs, toast, and fresh coffee. Ooh. As I sit down with my plate, I realize I need to call Hannah. She's probably been worried sick. And honestly, I'm dying to give her the tea about last night. I pull up her contact and hit call, sitting down at the table and taking a bit of eggs while it rings. Oh, thank God. I've been checking my phone every 5 minutes. Are you okay? What happened? You said you'd tell me everything. Hannah, breathe. I'm fine. Better than fine, actually. Better than fine? What does that mean? Did the guy actually show up? No, he didn't. I got completely stood up. What? That asshole. I knew I should have waited. Why do you sound so happy about it? I can't help but grin as I take another bite of toast. Because while I was sitting there feeling sorry for myself, someone else showed up. No way. Tell me everything right now. Don't you dare leave out a single detail. And so I do. All the way to the kissing and leaving me at my door. Oh my God. This is like something out of one of your stories. The mysterious biker who sweeps in at the perfect moment. Delulu, this is insane. I know. I keep waiting to wake up and realize it was all some elaborate daydream. So when are you seeing him again? Please tell me you got his number and didn't just ride off into the sunset like some kind of modern Cinderella. We're planning another date next week, probably Saturday. There's a pause on the other line. Saturday? As in this Saturday? Like in 6 days? Yeah, why? Delulu, sweetie, Saturday is Jordan's birthday. Yo. The words hit me like a splash of cold water. Jordan's birthday. His birthday party that he'd mentioned in our group chat. The one I'd completely forgotten about in the chaos of riding through the city like I was in a music video. Oh no, I completely forgot. We've been planning this for weeks. We're all meeting at that bowling alley he likes, the retro one with the arcade games. Why not just bring Rhett? I pressed my palm against my forehead. How could I forget? I really fucked up on this one. But Rhett, the thought of canceling on him makes my chest ache in a way that feels too intense for someone I just met. I can reschedule with Rhett, it's fine. Jordan's birthday is more important. I mean, yeah, but Delulu, I'm a little worried. About what? About last night, I mean. Don't get me wrong, I'm really happy you had fun. You deserve a good night after everything you went through, but you got on a motorcycle with a complete stranger and rode off into the night. That's actually really dangerous. I mean, it is, but like you said, have you seen Rhett? If you saw Rhett, you would also ride off into the sunset with a stranger on a motorcycle. Just saying. I feel a wave of defensiveness rise in my chest. I know Hannah means well, but the way she's saying it makes me feel like a child being scolded. I wasn't being reckless. He gave me a helmet and he knew what he was doing. He owns a bike shop, Hannah. He's a professional. I know, but you don't really know him, or at all, actually. He could have taken you literally anywhere. What if? But he didn't. He took me home safe, exactly like he said he would. Okay, but what if he hadn't? What if he'd been some creep who he wasn't? I have good instincts about people, Hannah. I know it sounds crazy, but I feel safe with him. More alive than I've felt in a long time, actually. There's another pause. I can practically hear Hannah choosing her words carefully on the other end. I trust your instincts, I worry about you, especially after everything you've been going through lately. You've been really isolated, and now there's this perfect guy who shows up at exactly the right moment. It feels, I don't know, like a movie. And real life isn't usually a movie, okay? Just because you didn't get your movie romance doesn't mean I can't, okay? Hater. Her words settle uncomfortably in my stomach. I know she's right to be concerned. I know it sounds too good to be true, but maybe some good things can just happen sometimes. Maybe I'm allowed to have something exciting for once in my life. You're right, I'm sorry. I don't want to rain on your parade. You deserve to be happy, and hey, if this guy makes you happy, then I'm happy for you. Just promise me you'll be careful. I promise. I'll text Brett about rescheduling. Jordan's birthday comes first. Thank you. He'll really appreciate you being there. And hey, maybe you can bring Rhett to the next group thing. We'd all love to meet him. The thought of Rhett at a bowling alley with my friends doesn't sit right in my head. Picturing Rhett in rented shoes, playing games with Mark, or pretending to laugh at one of Jordan's dry jokes. The image won't even start to form. Well, we'll see how things go. Fair enough. I have to run. Mark is attempting to make pancakes, and I don't trust him alone with the stove. Text me later. Will do. Thanks for always checking on me. Always. Love you. Love you too. I love this friendship. End the call and stare at my phone for a long moment, the leftovers of my breakfast having gone cold. Anna's concern echoes in my head, mixing uncomfortably with the euphoria I'd been feeling all morning. She's right to worry. I mean, objectively, riding off with strangers is dangerous. But Rhett isn't like that. I can feel there's something different about him. I pull up his contact and start typing a message. Reschedule your date or try to persuade him. I'm saving. Oh, what a baby. It's a different baby. there's different chibis. Okay, chat. What should we do? Reschedule our date with Rhett or go along with Rhett instead? You say reschedule. Reschedule. Yeah, I don't want to be a butt. And that's where the demo comes to a close. How dare you? No! No! What you just played is an early slice of something much bigger. Affictionate is still in active development. That was cold-blooded. The full release will follow 3 love interests, each with 2 to 3 endings. Oh, that's a lot of words. Everything you've seen of Rhett so far is just the start of his route. Here's the plan. Rhett's complete story launches on Steam Early Access in December. So December, Rhett will be here. The second love interest follows as a free update in mid-2027, and then the third in late 2027. Okay. At least they have a plan. Some devs just be like, it'll come out eventually. The next thing you know, it's been 10 years. If you'd like to come along for the rest, here's how. Wishlist the game on Steam, join their Discord, check their website for extra content. All the links are right below. Right below where? I don't see them. Thank you again for being here. I can't wait to show you the rest, kindred spirit. So that was the Affictionate demo. My thoughts. The MC's predicament is a little too close to mine, and I felt her pain early on. In fact, the fact that I am going through the same thing that the MC is makes her more relatable and makes her taking that leap of faith with Rhett all the more just like exciting, because it kind of gives me a little hope that I can also be swept off my feet by a beefy man in leather with a motorcycle. That would be the dream. I really like this. I really enjoyed this. Love the heroine, love the protagonist. Very well written. I could feel those emotions. Very relatable. I love that she has a supportive friend group, and the friends are written very realistically, because friends don't always just agree with you. Sometimes they check you. Sometimes they question your life choices. And it sucks, and sometimes it's not the most fun to hear your friends be real with you. But in the long run, you know they mean well. And I love that that is very much represented with her friend group. Like Jordan, Mark, and Hannah all love and care about the main character. And their advice is coming from a place of love and concern, and that comes through in everything. I also love that Hannah checks up on her, because when I go out on a date with somebody new, my friends are the first ones like, okay, send me a text, send me a picture of what you're wearing. I want a picture of their license plate if they're driving you. Tell me the location you're going so that I can call the cops and tell them what you were wearing and where you were and who you were with. So that was very believable, very realistic. This definitely captures what it's like to be in the modern dating scene and the highs and lows of that. Getting stood up for a date, but accidentally stumbling into somebody else. I have never been stood up on a date, but I would imagine it would be something like that. I love Rhett. Rhett is definitely one of those too good to be true guys, but also you still feel comfortable with him despite the fact that like he definitely feels like an Otome love interest. Like he absolutely looks like he walked straight out of an Otome game or out of the pages of a romance novel. He does not feel like a real person. But despite that, the fact that he is real makes you want him all the more. And it makes me wonder that if like my favorite like fictional characters just all of a sudden were real, would I also fall for the same things I do in Otome games in real life? Or would I question that? I doubt I would question. I want to think that I would question it, but I probably wouldn't. The premise is really interesting, like giving up on real men and creating your own man from your imagination and making him real with your I almost said desperation, but like your need for companionship, like bringing him to life. I think that is like a really cool idea. It has been done in the past, but I'm very curious to see how this goes. I do like that you have 4 different character types to choose from, and I really want to know what those other character types look like in the full game. So I'm definitely going to be following this because I need to know what happens next. Not you would end up in a cage. I feel like a lot of us would end up in a cage if we were really in an Otome game, like for real. But that's because we would be a little too independent. But yeah, I really love this. The art is gorgeous. The voice acting, oh my fucking god. The voice acting, like deep throating that mic. Please stop, but also don't. But also don't. Because like it was doing something to me. Like that was whoo. Ooh, some people got voices, bruh. Like they got voices that just like send a tingle through your whole body. Like to your whole body. Like your whole body just vibrates with the voice acting talent. Because oh my god. Lord, I might need to pray after this one. Repent for my sins because I had some sinful thoughts today. But I really liked Affictionate. A lot of fun. Really great demo. Definitely support it on Steam. Join the Discord. Do all the things that do the things to support this because I would love to see this project realized. But all right, guys. That's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna do the thing that does the thing with the thing. Y'all know the drill. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. And I will catch you all next time. All right, y'all.